And without fail, the Oscars 2026 was exactly what I thought it was going to be. A political propaganda fest sprinkled with wokeness.
It's an Artists for Ceasefire pin, and what we are demanding is a ceasefire. And I think that I am so blessed to have a platform, and this is the least I can do to use it. And like, sometimes the news cycle is so fast and people move on, but the people in the West Bank are still suffering. So yeah, it's just bringing attention to that.
I'm glad I had a barf bag next to me because I used it a few times. Now, this first person I'm going to show you, I think in Hollywood suffers from Trump deranged syndrome the most. Actually, it's a tie between him and Rosie O'Donnell, and that's none other than Jimmy Kimmel. Let's take a listen to Jimmy Kimmel. He was given the award for Best Documentary, and let's hear what he had to say. You ready?
As you know, there are some countries whose leaders don't support free speech. I'm not at liberty to say which. Let's just leave it at North Korea and CBS. Fortunately, and there are also documentaries where you walk around the White House trying on shoes.
So you're saying you don't have freedom of speech in America, Jimmy? Is that what you're saying? Well, you said what you just said there in America. You got your show back, which, by the way, still has lousy ratings. And then you had to talk about Malania. By the way, she's still your first lady. Then he had to talk about Trump. Let's take a listen to this.
Oh man, is he going to be mad his wife wasn't nominated for this?
Yes, these people don't understand why their ratings are tanking every single year. They struggle to politicize everything. I think this was the most boring Oscars that I've ever seen. I've been reporting on this for years now. What I saw here is unbelievable.
I don't think one of our rights in our Constitution is freedom of speech, and as an artist, I don't think you have to divorce yourself from who you are as a person.
You've done so much for the trans community, and I know that your sister would be so proud of you.
My sister did so much for the trans community. Right now we're looking at a real attack on the trans community. We're seeing people lose their driver's license suddenly with no way to get to even the DMV. We're seeing people not allowed to go to the bathroom, even though they clearly present, the way that they are, who they are, but they're forcing them to go to the bathroom in the non-corresponding bathrooms. We're seeing people having to flee the country. We're seeing people lose their passports. We're seeing people talk about their pharmacies no longer offering their life-saving medications. We're talking about pharmacies that are no longer offering PrEP, so that Planned Parenthood, the number one healthcare provider in the country, being shut down, which was the number one testing service for all. We're seeing every 3 seconds of it, and we're just here to say, no matter what the government says, we disagree. We love you. We're here.
Yes, Patricia claimed trans people are under attack. I don't know if you've noticed this. The victims always claim they are under attack. This is how they justify their behavior. They license themselves to attack because they are the victims. I'm sick of this. Every single time they always play this. There is something actually going on.
It's the first time since 2012, that there are no British actors nominated for Best Actor or Best Actress. Yeah, British spokesperson said, yeah, well, at least we arrest our pedophiles. So, we got that going for us.
Let's talk about your Palestine remark. People really didn't talk politics this year, but you did.
I did, I think.
And why was it important for you?
Because I think it's important to understand and to bring awareness that you can do both. You can be part of the movie-making community, which is an important community, and also be a citizen that uses this huge speaker to denounce what one thinks it's injustice. And in this case, is the general still going on because what is so-called the ceasefire, since that moment, 600 people have been murdered, half of them children. What is going on in the West Bank, the abuse of civil rights and human rights and the ethnic cleansing that is happening in the West Bank is horrible. We're not talking about it enough. And then the illegal work. This is the same pin that I used in 2003.
Same pin.
Same one. Unfortunately, here it is today on my lapel.
Could you believe we're back there?
We're back there. They are the same lies. Back there it was the arms of mass. Now it's the regime they want to defeat. They are not defeating any regime. They are radicalizing the regime and people. So it's about it. It's about the oil.
You know, this man is actually struggling to mock the United States here. Yeah, at least Britain is arresting people like on the fines. This is what he's struggling to do. There is a tweet that I saw, and I see it to be very important. Stephen put this out on X. Jimmy Kimmel is a classless hag who is self-projecting his depression and sadness onto others. He lives a pathetic existence where nobody, not even his family, enjoys his miserable company. The only people giving him any attention are Hollywood elite. Bye. This is coming as a result of Jimmy take sweep at Donald Trump at the Oscar. He's going to be mad that his wife wasn't nominated for. Jimmy was nominated because I think it was a documentary or something like that. I don't really know. You know, if these people don't mention Trump's name in a place like this, I'm telling you the truth, nobody will talk about it. So they realize Trump is giving them ratings. Then imagine if Trump is not there. What would these people do? Yeah. This is what Jimmy has been doing for a very long time, and the TDS can't even stop. It gets crazy every year.
The 2026 Oscars were messy, with multiple celebrities called out on stage, huge winners, shocking losers, a little fight as the celebrities were exiting the venue, and how Timothée Chalamet had a pretty bad night. So here's everything you need to know happened at the 2026 Oscars. So unfortunately, Timothée Chalamet was dragged all night on stage and on Twitter. He lost Best Actor, the award he campaigned for so hard, to Michael B. Jordan, and he deserved it. I am so happy for him, but a part of me feels so bad for Timothy because Marty Supreme lost every single Oscar nomination it was up for. Conan Gray even joked that they may need to have very high security at the Oscars in case the ballet and opera community want to attack Timmy. But since Marty Supreme lost every single award, it makes me feel like the opera comment wasn't what made him lose Best Actor. But Kylie and Timothy still had a great night. Kylie was there to comfort him, and he's still winning because he's dating Kylie Jenner. She actually wore this red Schiaparelli dress that she's worn before in a different color, which is rare for her. The same dress with the lock keyhole right in the middle because her heart is under lock and key for Timmy. The movie that won the biggest award of the night, Best Picture of the Year, was one battle after another. And Tiana Taylor was so excited that she actually put the director, Paul Thomas Anderson, in a headlock while going to accept the award. It was the most awarded film of the night with 6 wins, followed by Sinners with 4 Oscar wins. Jacob Elordi lost his Oscar for Best Supporting Actor to Sean Penn, but Sean
Believe you've seen. I decided to summarize this video so you can actually get. I understand a lot of people don't watch this award, so it is very important. I actually show you some of these videos. I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. I have the short clips at the end. That is for the white algorithm. You can always keep.
In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow.
Anniversary of the Oscars So White campaign. Someone must wear a ribbon that says, "We won."
Out on the buffet, they're just hearkening back to our founders. As Paul Revere declared on his famous ride, one if by surf, two if by turf.
What is this, my 600-pound Defense Department?
It's nutty as hell. Yeah. And you're right. Every day is something new. And it's, I was thinking about it yesterday because I thought.
Set back to the idea of an expertise denigrated while.
The trap that Trump laid in the State of the Union address. And the Democrats didn't stand. And this is all
through to get here.
Trump! Go Trump! Hey, Murphy, you're scumbag.
Thanks, man.
Our chamber is chanting USA. This is a sick person. The first lady.
I was there, and it was as horrific as I thought it would be.
She wasn't the only one. Look at 35, CNN's Abby Phillip.
But he utilized almost like these game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented.
They're just so disgusting.
Of course, he chose who did not vote in his favor.
and did not shake her hand there.
Here's the video. He shook everyone's hand. Everyone. There's the Chief Justice. All of them got their hands shaken to the point where they had to come back on the air and say this in SOT 33.
But we should point out as he walks in, he's pretty close to the justices again as he comes.
Other than illegal on either of those two, I think they took his bait.
Can take away from the joyous moment as all Americans. And why are they putting a medal?
Oh, he's already under scrutiny for 1,000 reasons. Carol Patel posted this on X.
Job.
I get suspicious when any
person's home, it's very easy to.
This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
The country's in such emotional turmoil.
And Republicans on both sides. You're
so amazing. And wasn't it so great?
When it can be hard to hope.
Hey, girl.
When you think it can't get anywhere.